Hello, my friends. Wayne G. the Gurmanator. Top of the morning to you. Got the green matcha tea. It's a rainy day outside. I don't know if you could see the rain from here, but out my window. Hope you're doing well. The Knicks play the Celtics tonight. Celtics are down 3-1. My Celtics are not looking good. Not looking good at all. Jason Tatum is done. He may be done for a year with the torn Achilles. They're not playing well. Porzingis is playing poorly. And Jaylen Brown is not playing well. This chip has been sitting here for a week. Annoying me, baby. And the Celtics, and you got to give the Knicks credit. I thought no way would the Knicks beat the Celtics. No way. And most people thought that. But the Knicks have shown a lot of grit, a lot of guts, a lot of heart, a lot of determination, and you got to give them credit. Absolutely. So the call-in number is 646-481-6650. This is show number 6. Oh, boy, look at that. I just ate beets. And when you eat beets, if you touch anything, you get red all over you. I was shaking the container the beets are in, and it must have got on my hand. Look at that. Okay, no, I wasn't choking somebody. So today's songs we're going to be dealing with is top hits from 1978. Now, the number one song for 1978, can you believe this? Wow. Is Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb. Shadow Dancing. Not a huge fan. The next song was huge, Night Fever. That was, so 78. Was a big year. 77 was Saturday Night Fever, I believe, right? But 78, this is Night Fever, Night Fever. And then You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone. Okay, so what do we have here? I have my trusty phone. And what we have here, we're going to talk about some stories of the day. This is the South African, I don't know if he's the president or the leader, but he's talking about killing whitey. Yes, we just brought in those 59 refugees from South Africa, and people are up in arms. The left is up in arms that Trump has brought in white people. Yeah, they only like when brown people and black people come here and they have no skills and they have to burden our system. And they're coming here to vote Democrat. That's the only time they like it. These people are actually being persecuted, and Trump has to explain himself for this. Can you imagine? All right, so here we go. We're going to play this tape. This is, let me show you the guy. See that piece of garbage right there? Yep. He is, I don't know if he's the president or one of the leaders, and he's doing a kill whitey chant here. Now, so many farmers, 1,400 and something farmers have been killed or injured by black people in South Africa. Now, it's all about reparations. It's all about hate whitey. This reminds me of Nazi Germany, right? Remember, well, you didn't live through it, but you know about Nazi Germany when the Germans hated on the Jews and Hitler rose to power and they killed the Jews. Well, this is a lot like that, right? It's starting to look a lot like that, although we don't have the numbers of that right at this point. But can you imagine being a white farmer in South Africa and being slaughtered? Jesus Lord. Okay, here we go. We're going to play it. Here we go. Shoot to kill whitey. What he's saying here is, shoot. You heard the shoot to kill. The other thing you can't really understand. Shoot to kill. And you got the whole stadium going nuts. Let me see if I can show this. Kill the farmer. The entire stadium was chanting that. Looked like there was 50,000 people there. Nice. So they did this in Zimbabwe years ago, and they killed the whitey, the evil white man. And the white man was the farmers in Zimbabwe. White people ran the farms. And what happened was they were starving after that. A lot of these people from Zimbabwe, many people, when you got rid of the farmers, they couldn't eat and they were dying. They were starving. And they begged the white farmers to come back, and they paid them great deals of money to come back and farm. And yeah, so that's what happened. I'm not saying black people can't farm. Of course, they can do anything whitey can do, right? We're not coming from that angle. But the white people were the farmers in Zimbabwe, and they killed a lot of them. And then the black people starved. Isn't that special? Yes, isn't that wonderful? And here we go, South Africa. It's amazing the white Haiti movement that goes on across the globe today is fascinating. And we see it right here in the United States. It's really sickening. And if you switch places, forget it. Forget about it. Right? If you switch places, oh my God. Look at and I love the take that if you go on social media. Oh, speaking about social media, who's been on Threads? Oh my Lord. Threads is a wasteland of hate, vile leftist rhetoric, and just hate America, hate whitey. So on Threads, I'm going to switch up the Threads for a minute here. Let's sing a song first. Oh, I want to kiss you all over. I remember that song, 1978. I want to kiss you all over. That was a badass song. Then we got another Bee Gees. Wow, Bee Gees are the top three of the first 6 songs in 1978 are the Bee Gees. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep? And then we got this great song, Baby Come Back. Any kind of fool can see I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Wow, I haven't thought about these songs in a long time. I like pulling up a random list and doing it. So let's talk about Threads. I made a mistake. Somehow I didn't even go there on purpose. Facebook routed me to Threads somehow. I was scrolling around one day, and it routed me to Threads. And once again, 646-481-6650 is the number. Call in. So I went to Threads, and they had the they had these two. Turns out they were Mexican kids in New Mexico. One was 7, one was 9. They looked like they were tiny little kids. They had a gun, a real gun, but it was white, and it was like white, mostly white gun. I don't even know if it looked real, but I haven't seen many white guns in my life, but it looked white. So I don't know. So they turned out to be a real gun, and they're pointing it down. 7 and 9 years old, little children. And the cops used a drone. The cops could see what they were doing, and the cops kept yelling, put the gun down. The mother was there. I don't know if she was safe or she was behind something, but she said, put the gun down, stop it. This goes on and on. The cops are using the drone. The cops fire rubber bullets at the kids, at their feet. Now, when the cop fired the rubber bullet, the kid raised the gun. He didn't shoot it, but he raised the gun. These kids are 7, little. The 9-year-old looked the same height, like they were like 4'2". And another rubber bullet was fired. Then the kids went for cover. They were like in this little tiny play shed, and they went behind the shed, and you could see them on the side from the drone. Then the cops decided to make their move. They came around the back. They grabbed the kids, grabbed the gun, took the gun, grabbed the kids, cuffed the kids, fine. So now this has been a great subject of debate. Why wouldn't you shoot these 2 white kids, even though they're Mexican? If you shot Tamir Rice, why didn't you shoot these 2 white kids? Ay Dios mío. This is when you get the frothing at the mouth, vile, disgusting, racist, this is what you get. Let me see something if I could share this right now. Oh, I could share it live. Let me share it right now. I hope I didn't lose you, camera people. I want to just share that, and let me go back to live streaming. Okay, close. Good. Okay, I want to share it live as we're going. I hope I didn't lose you. So anyway, so you have all sorts of people on threads saying, "Oh, what black people get the raw end of the stick. If they, if those kids were black, they would have been shot." No, no, no. Show me the cases of 7-year olds being shot by police. Please. I want to see that. And I don't mean by accident. I don't mean because their poppy was a drug dealer and they came in the house and maybe a kid got shot by accident. That I'm sure that's happened in life. Show me where they knew the kids were 7 and the cops opened fire on them. Show me one case. I could show you 12 and 13 and 14-year-olds have been shot by the cops. Yeah, because they were doing things they really shouldn't have been doing, like shooting guns or pointing guns. So one woman says on Threads exactly that. She says, "Oh, before the Bahabit. Hey, hello, by four Dahabit. Now, by four, is that a fake name? Dahabit. I do like the name Dahabit. Do I know you by four? And if I don't know you, I'm happy to see you as well. And please join in, whether it's positive or negative. I can go at it with anybody. But is that a fake name? And do I know you? And speak your mind by four. Absolutely. The call-in number is 646-481-6650. Yeah, no, I don't know you, but I watch everything you make. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Are you male or female? I hope you're not stalking me, but I'm glad you watch my stuff by four. So let me continue on. So this woman talked about whitey, black kids would have been shot. So she brought up, "Oh, you're a male Chinese. Hello, by four. Okay, very good. Nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you by four. I hope I'm saying your name right. Now, Dahabit, that doesn't sound Chinese, but I don't know. Okay, Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Hello, Brooklyn. How you doing? I'm in the Bronx. So let's get back to this. So this woman says, if you didn't shoot Tamir Rice, you shot Tamir Rice dead. Why didn't you shoot these kids? Tamir Rice was 12 years old. He's dead, unfortunately. Perhaps if he had better parenting, he'd be alive. Yeah, that's terrible. I got news for you. I've raised 4 children. None of them were at 12 years old with a pellet gun pointing it at people's heads. None of my kids at 12. I have 4 grown kids now. None of them at 12 were in a park, in some random park like this, aiming at passerbyers with a pellet gun. And a black pellet gun, if you don't know, they never explain the details. No, Patty. Hey, baby girl. Good to see you. Thank you for joining, Patty. No, they never explain the details. They like to throw names out there like Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin. And I've done a lot of studying of these cases, a lot. And I come at it from a very fair angle. There's no racism here. No bueno. Wayne, my favorite episodes when your Thanksgiving argument, my liberal aunt. Oh my God, by 4. That was great. I saw your movie. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you watched my movie. That one with my liberal aunt was amazing. Oh my God. That was my father's cousin. My father passed away, but that's my father's cousin, Eileen. And I love her. She's a sweetheart. Now she came back. That was 2 years ago. Excuse me. She came back to Thanksgiving this year and she tried to fight politics with me. And I'm at the table with my libtard cousin Matthew and his wife, his wonderful wife, love her, Lev. And I'm cutting up the turkey. We're about to eat, and a little politics is coming up. The other cousin, Jordan, you saw my movie. My movie was great, wasn't it? It was fantastic. So, and my liberal cousin, and by the way, my movie is Bronx Paradise. It's available on YouTube. Bronx Paradise. Watch it. It's amazing. It's my life story. By the way, by 4, that movie is 75% true, word for word true, exactly how it happened. And 25% we made up for fun, to make a movie. I'll tell you what's not true. I did not kill the mafia boss. I did not stab him. And I have a very big penis. So I lied about two things. My penis is huge, and I didn't kill the mafia guy. So, yeah. So anyway, getting back to my aunt. So she says to me at the Thanksgiving table, she goes, "Oh, I could go there. It's crazy. You know what's going." She starts saying, "You know what's going to happen now that Trump had just won the election." She goes, "We all know what's going to happen. We all," and I said right there, I says, "Guys, I'm your hucklebearer. I'll do it. You want to go there? I'll film it. News at 11. You want to go there with me right now? We'll go there. This is Thanksgiving. You want to go to war, essay? It's okay. I'm reloading. It's okay." So they kind of shut their mouth after that. I would have went right in on her ass, but we have the classic one from a few years ago. So let's get back to the Trayvon Martin, get back to Tamir Rice. So Tamir Rice, Patty Cooch, you said it exactly. You think they behaved when Trump won the second time? No, by 4. No. Trump is bad. Trump is evil, wicked man, dead man. The liberal says Trump is bad. No. They don't learn. They never learn. Liberals never learn. And hypocrisy is the mantra of the left. They are such hypocrites. It's unbelievable. What's good for thee, what's good for me is not good for thee, and vice versa, right? They'll preach this, preach that. They'll care about all sorts of. They'll go to different countries, right? They'll go to what country to whatever country that guy is in. The Maryland dad. You know the Maryland dad with the MS-13 on his hand? No, it's not written MS-13. Trump was wrong about that. But it's got marijuana, it's got smiley face, and the symbols for 1 and 3. He's got code for MS-13 on his hand. They got him beating up his wife, 2 orders of protection. They got him for sex trafficking. They got him for smuggling human beings. Yeah, it's unbelievable. No, they don't know how to behave by 4. So get back to Tamir Rice. So this woman on Threads put up the Tamir Rice thing. And she says, you shot Tamir Rice. How do these whitey kids get away with this? You know, if they were black, they'd be dead. No, they wouldn't be dead. If they're 7, they wouldn't be dead. The cops would do everything in their power not to shoot these kids. So anyway, with Tamir Rice, the dispatcher said over the radio, we have a man wielding a gun in a park. The dispatcher did not say that some people thought it may be a fake gun. Now, a pellet gun looks dead real. Unless you could see the little nozzle, which is very tiny on a pellet gun. Oh, it's kind of hot. Got me thinking of Thelma today from Good Times. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I hope you didn't throw up in your mouth. So anyway, unless you see the nozzle of a pellet gun, it looks dead real. There's Glock pellet guns. There's all sorts of pellet guns. My father had pellet guns growing up. I've owned pellet guns. Not anymore, but they were heavy. They were real gunnish. So I made the case of saying Tamir Rice was 12. He was 5'7", 195 pounds, and his death is tragic. I got to stretch my leg. I got bad arthritis. Oh, this is why I don't sit and do podcasts too much. So Tamir Rice was 5'7", 195 pounds. I'm 5'9", 210, 208. Tamir Rice is almost my size, 2 inches shorter and just as thick as me. I'm kind of thick. Tamir Rice, and he had on like a hoodie and this and that, whatever. He had a big sweatshirt, and he's waving the pellet gun that looks real at people. So I made the case. I says, guys, Tamir Rice was waving it at people, this, that, the other thing. These are 2 7-year-olds. And people went nuts on me. When I say nuts, attacking me, my family, attacking everything about me. You racist, you KKK, you vile, disgusting human being. If you don't toe the Democrat line, if you don't get in lockstep with these people, oh my God. And Threads, oh God, I've been thrown off of it. I can't comment anymore. I went nuts on these people. I went nuts for days, and it's really annoying. I hate doing that. I hate going down the rabbit hole. It's just very annoying, and it's just so time consuming. I hate to have my entire day. I mean, I've been on vacations years ago when my kids were smaller. This is when I used to argue like a lot on social media. back when Obama was in office and Trump the first term. I remember being in Disney World, spending most of my day arguing. I'm online waiting for Harry Potter ride, and I'm arguing with idiots, and I'm the idiot, right? You can't argue with these people. So my ear, I gotta pop my ear. You gotta excuse me. So I've learned your life gets consumed if you argue with these people. It takes so much time out of your life. So what I did is I scrubbed most of the people that were fighting with me in my life, most of my leftist, democratic, insane friends. I've gotten rid of them. We got 6 viewers here. I wonder if I can see who's here. Let me see. Can I see? I don't think I can. No, you can't. Okay, that's fine. 6 viewers. Chumley, we're going national. All right, let's pick another song from 1978. We're singing songs from 1978. Love is thicker than water. Wow, so you had the Bee Gees, and then you had Andy Gibb on his own doing Love is thicker than water. Devil's angel. Something angel. Devil's daughter. You are this dreamer's only dream. Then we got Get Down, Boogie, Oogie, Oogie. Then you got 3 Times a Lady by the Commodores. That was a great song. Oh my God, Grease by Frankie Valli. I wish I could play these songs here. Hey, Mikey G, good morning, Wayne. How you doing? You think they behave? No, they won't. Sing in the year 2525, 1969. You know what? I got to look that up. Song year 2525, 1969. I got to hear it first. Zager and Evans. Let me hear it. This is where I get thrown off for copyright. Okay, by 4. Could you imagine? I don't know that song. Thank you for the reference. I don't know that song, and I don't want to play it too long because YouTube will throw me the hell out of here for copyright. So, doing okay, recovering from a bike accident. Oh, wow. I do see you zipping around on your bike, Mikey G. You got that electric bike. I see you flying. You're flying, S.A. Show Nuff. Hey, what's up, Show Nuff? Show Nuff. Who is that again? I'm trying to remember. Melendez brothers. That's my cousin. Melendez brothers are eligible for parole. Do you think they have served their time? Patrick, yes. I figured it out. I forgot. I love that name, Show Nuff. Patrick, that's funny. In answer to your question, yes, I do think the Melendez brothers, they served 35 years. I think they've done enough time. Yes. We're not even sure that they did it, even though we kind of know they did it. That's a tough one. You know, Patrick, I just gave you an answer, but I may have to go back and answer that again and look at the evidence again. I don't know. They should have thrown away the key for the Melendez brothers, says by 4. Question, if they were abused and it was self-defense. Right. So that's what we're talking about. Were they abused? I don't know. Were they abused? I have no idea if they were abused. Who knows? I don't know enough of the evidence. I got to be honest with you. It was 35 years ago. This happened. 35 years ago, I was 25, and I was just out hanging out and having fun. I didn't pay attention too much to the Melendez trial, although I did pay a lot of attention to the OJ trial. All right, so let's get back to Tamir Rice. They lie when it's convenient to get out of jail. Yes, so they have admitted full guilt right now, and they have admitted that they're very sorry for the heinous crime they committed. That they're saying what they have to say to get out of jail. So when you cop a plea or you want to throw yourself on the mercy of the court, you have to do that. Let me give you an example. I bit a guy's ear off in 1987 in a bar. I was in a bar fight in City Island. It's now JP's restaurant. And I bit a guy's ear off in a fight. We went to the pre-trial. Never went to trial because I took a plea. Did I take a plea? Yes, I took probation. I took a plea. Let me not miss any comments. Wow, 35 years already. Killing your folks must be a horrible crime. Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. Not funny. My dad wanted me to help assist in his suicide. My dad, the last few years of his life, was very lonely because my mother had died years earlier. And without my mother, he was just, my father was a mort. He was done. He was finished. You're out, Tom. He was out. My father was out. He was done. My father wanted to kill himself for many years. He kept saying, Wayne, get me a gun. No. I'm going to be very honest here. If I felt my dad was dying of cancer and a lot of pain, and it was really racking his body, the pain, I would have assisted him. But he wasn't. One day he'd be out at a seafood restaurant with me eating and having a great meal. And the next day he'd say, get a gun. So I couldn't quite figure out. My dad wanted to die, but he's also doing puzzles with me, even though he was miserable during the puzzles. Right, Patty? You remember that? My dad, he was miserable, but he wasn't always miserable. And he wasn't in that much pain, although who am I to judge? But he kept saying, give me a gun. I said, Dad, I'm not going to help take you out of this world. You're going to have to do that on your own. So I could have got him a gun very easily. But no, I'm not going to. And God forbid they found out, the cops, that I assisted in that death. I'd be in jail for 20 years. Here I am helping my fucking father, that pain in the ass, kill himself because he wanted to die. And here I am in jail. Love it. You love it at Levitt's. Tommy Skopak, did you hear the new song by R. Kelly? R. Kelly's in jail. How did he make a new song? Now, should R. Kelly be in jail? That's an interesting one, guys. I think he deserves some jail time, but not life in jail. The problem is he broke the laws with fucking young girls, but these parents, he should be in jail. Don't get me wrong. I don't advocate for pedophiles, but those parents knew what was going on. Oh, my daughter, she's 15. Go hang out with R. Kelly for weeks at a time. 13-year-old girl. She didn't even press charges. There's a sex tape of him. I've seen it. They had it for sale in Harlem, a sex tape with R. Kelly with a 13-year-old girl. The girl that peed on him was 13. Then he had sex with Gary Sheffield's wife before Gary Sheffield married her. And there was another girl on the tape. They used to sell that right on the street in Harlem. R. Kelly is a sick puppy, but R. Kelly was abused as a child. I would give R. Kelly 10 years. I don't know what he got. If he got 30 years, it's too much. He wasn't fucking 6-year-olds. He wasn't holding them down. They were all willing. I know they were too young. I get it. But they also marry in Africa at 13. Okay, so I get it. We have laws. They have laws. Okay, I get it. And I'm not advocating for R. Kelly. He should have gotten jail time. You can't do that. But these girls they were spoon-fed to him. And R. Kelly was sexually abused as a child a lot. So I kind of cut a little slack there. All right, let me see. Best way to go, fishing for bluefish tuna in the ocean. By 4. That's an interesting comment. That's funny. P. Diddy trial. How bad will it get for him? The women may have been willing participants as well, want to be in celebrity circle. Okay, so I did not hear the song by R. Kelly. P. Diddy will get off. They don't have anything on him. It's a joke trial. These women came willingly. I thought there would be a lot there, but since I've heard about the indictments, many people that are smarter than me have read these indictments. They said there's nothing there. It's sex trafficking, which is a joke. These women cross state lines to come have sex with P. Diddy and his friends. Yeah, okay. Best way to go. And he couldn't tell you he loved me. Oh, my God, my father. I paid all my father's bills. He lived in that house for free. I bought that house. Many years before my parents passed, I bought that house from them. He couldn't, and I paid all his bills, except for, I think, his phone bill. He still paid. And he lived there for free, took him out for dinner, came over, spent 2 hours at a time doing jigsaw puzzles, and he couldn't tell me he loved me. Remember we were talking earlier, Patty, about no good deed goes unpunished? Yeah. When you're too good to people, they treat you like shit. Not all people. Good people don't treat you like shit. But when you're a piece of shit, you get treated like shit. Now, I don't want to call my dad a piece of shit. I know pieces of shit in this world. My dad was partially a POS. Partially. My dad was a tough customer, man. He drove my son crazy. My dad would play on sympathies, anything to get what he wanted, anything. And the funny thing is, Patty brought up, he couldn't tell me he loved me. One day, my sister Linda is over the house, and I said, Linda, watch this. Dad can't tell me he loves me. So I said, Dad, tell Linda you love her. He goes, I love you. I said, Dad, tell me you love me. He goes, what do you mean? I says, tell me you love me. You just told Linda. He goes, I love you. I says, tell me you love me. I love you. Then he goes, I love you. I love you. It's amazing. I don't care, though. Things don't bother me like that. That shame on him. R. Kelly does deserve some jail time. I agree. You can't fuck 13-year-olds and not go to jail. Sorry. You deserve some jail time. Even if the girls were given to you by the parents knew about it. They wanted you to hook up with R. Kelly, who's rich and famous. That happens. In the hood, you get a lot of strange bedfellows. It happens. And not only in the hood, in Whitey's house, too, it happens. I sent it to you later. Yes, Tommy Skopak, send it to me. Wow, he's doing 30 years. 30 years. Killers don't get 30 years. Sorry. 30 years is too much for R. Kelly. Give him 10 years, call it a day. When men bust your chops, it means they love you. Yes, that is true by 4. Patty says, I remember that. Yes, indeed. So getting back to Tamir Rice, I know I go off on tangents. Tamir Rice was shot because he was waving a gun at people. He was 5'7", 195 pounds. He wasn't 4'1", 63 pounds like these kids were. And he didn't talk like a little child, even though they didn't hear Tamir Rice talk. So when the cops pulled up, they thought there was a man in the park with a gun. The cops pull up really close to Tamir Rice, which I didn't like. Give it a perimeter, give it some distance, scope out the situation. The cops pulled right up on him. That creates a fight or flight, death, die or don't die circumstance. That creates a death circumstance where either the cop is going to shoot someone dead or the cop may get shot dead. So they pulled right up on Tamir Rice instead of creating a perimeter and seeing what's going on, which I think is the proper way to handle that. I don't think if you know there's a shooter, if you know there's a guy with a gun in a park, I'm not pulling up 5 feet away from him. What if he opens fire on you? You're dead. You're dead. So they pulled up on Tamir Rice. Tamir Rice now is walking towards them. The gun is in his waist, takes the gun out, is lifting the gun, and gets shot dead. I don't remember the trial, but I can guarantee you those cops didn't go to jail. Because I do remember it. Same thing with Michael Brown. Hands up, don't shoot. So what they do is they create Tamir Rice, the race baiters, the Al Sharptongues, and the Jesse Jackson pieces of garbage. They create these racial narratives, and they just try to divide and conquer. Sal Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, burnt effing toast, bada beep, bada boop, bada bing. This is what they do. They try to divide and conquer. And this is how you get black people and poor people. I'm not saying black people are poor, but this is how you divide people. In the hoods of New York City, a lot of people are black and Spanish. You don't get a ton of white people in the projects. It's just the way New York City is made up, and I'm from New York City, so New York City. So it is what it is. Let's do another song. Then we're going to talk more about the lies with Michael Brown and this, that, the other thing. We could talk Knicks, Celtics. The Melendez brothers, I think they did enough time. Was there sexual abuse? Maybe. I don't know. They did 35 years. I don't know. It's a tough one. I wish I knew all the facts of the case, and I wish I knew the real truth, because if they killed them just for money, then they should never get out. But if there was sexual abuse, they should get out. So I just don't know. Can we talk Subway Series? And are you afraid for Juan Soto's safety? Ha ha ha. That's pretty good. Thank you, for your questions. Yes, I am not afraid for Juan Soto's safety at all. No. I think Yankee fan, the big myth is Yankee fans, the smartest in the world, the most intelligent fans in the world. That is such a joke. It's laughable. Your typical Yankee fan is a blue collar guy who goes to the game and screams at the camera, yeah, yeah, F you, Red Sox, F you, Red Sox. That's the smartest fan in baseball. You love it at Levitt's. Yeah. So Subway Series, the Mets are a better team this year. The Mets pitching right now is the best in baseball. The Mets have a very dangerous lineup, one throughout. I think the Mets will have a better year than the Yankees. And but I got to tell you, Yankees are not far behind. I question the Yankees pitching. I also question the Mets pitching, but they've held up greatly so far. Aaron Judge is having a phenomenal year. He's hitting like 410 or 413. Do you think Trump should pardon the cop that killed George Floyd? We'll get into that in a minute. Thank you for your question, Tommy. I appreciate it. The call-in number is 646-481-6650 if you want to talk. But we're having a nice talk here. You don't have to call, or you can call. We have another 25 minutes left of the show. I like to keep these shows around 1 hour. So we got 24 minutes left. We're having a very good talk. I love doing a talk show. I got to be honest with you. I had nothing to talk about today. You want to see my paper today? This is my list of subjects. South Africa president and Knicks Celtics. Can you see that? And I just enjoy being in the moment and talking with people. God, I wish I had a radio show. You give me a radio show, it's number one. It's number one. I'm blowing out everyone in the market. Give me liberal callers attacking me. That would be radio gold. Because I'm knowledgeable. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. I'm handsome enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. Who was that actor? The guy that got thrown out of Congress. He played that guy. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. God darn it, people like me. Can Yankee fans feel better that Trent Grisham is a better replacement? Wow, Trent Grisham is doing amazing. He's hitting home runs. He's not better than Juan Soto. When you see their stats at the end of the year, Juan Soto is going to be head and shoulders above him. The on-base percentage of Juan Soto is amazing. Juan Soto is a classic slow starter. But I think it's going to be a fun series. I'd love to see Yankee Mets World Series. I think the Dodgers are a big problem with that, though. Dodgers are great. They have some team. I do love the Yankees. I always hated the Yankees for the past 30 years, but I kind of like this team. I like Dominguez. I like the fact. I like Cody Bellinger. I like Judge. I can't think of many guys I dislike on the Yankees. I used to have guys I hated. All right, let's keep up with the comments here. We're going to go fast and furious here because a lot of comments are coming in. Do I think Trump should pardon the cop that killed George Floyd? Not yet. Not yet. I think he deserves a pardon. When Trump is going out of office, give him a pardon. I know a lot of people like to argue that the guy who killed George Floyd, what was his name? It doesn't even matter. They like to argue that George Floyd had so much fentanyl in him, he would have died anyway. Well, I don't know about that. Drug addicts have a very high tolerance for drugs. And the amount that may kill me and you may not kill George Floyd. Trust me. When you do a lot of drugs, you can take a lot of drugs. Your body can handle a lot more. So I don't buy the fact. I think that the cop having his knee on the back of George Floyd's neck definitely contributed to George Floyd's death. Would George Floyd have died anyway? I don't know. Just because a medical examiner said it. Now, here's my problem. Here's why that cop should get off at some point, and probably shouldn't have went to jail at all. That cop, Derek Chauvin, thank you, by four. Hope I'm saying your name right, by four. Derek Chauvin. The problem with that cop even going to jail is that move was taught in the academy by Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin taught police safety or police training. And he taught, that's in the police handbook. That knee on the back of the neck, which I don't like, and I think it contributed to his death. I mean, the guy was limp and you still had your knee on his neck for 9 minutes. At some point, you say, you know what? Let's just cuff this guy. Or was he cuffed during this? I think he was cuffed. At some point, just get the ambulance there and get him the F out of there. I don't get the 9 minutes on the back of his neck. It almost seemed personal to me. So the problem with Derek Chauvin going to jail is it was in the handbook. How do you throw someone in jail that taught something that's in the police handbook? But again, I hate that move. And I will say this. I think that the choke move should be outlawed. But who is the big fat black guy they choked to death? I can't breathe. What was his name? The big fat black guy in Staten Island who was selling the Lucy cigarettes. Somebody help me out with that. To me, he brought his death on. He fought those cops. The cops said, turn around, put your hands behind your back. That's it. It's a wrap. This guy said, I ain't going to jail today. Not today, mother effers. I'm not going. Whatever happens from there on in, shame on you. If the cops told me, Wayne Gurman, we're here to arrest you, I'm not fighting the cops. I'm not. You're not winning the fight. I'm putting my hands behind my back. I'm getting my damn good lawyer, and that's it. I'm not saying a word to the cops. That's it. So anyway, let's see. Comments. WNBA starts Friday. Get ready for Angel Reese, the victim talk. Yes, indeed. Here's my prediction on the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is going to be the MVP this year. She's going to have an amazing year. You're going to see less of the Caitlin Clark hate, although you might see some of it. I think she earned her rookie stripes. I think what those black angry lesbians did to Caitlin Clark last year is disgusting and it's grotesque. What they did to this woman, they went after her. They beat her up. They did Jack Tatum forearms. They did George Atkinson forearms to her head. They practically spit on her when she was down. Amazing that she didn't get really seriously injured. It was disgusting. It was that blonde dyke from whatever team, Connecticut Sun or Connecticut whatever, that blonde dyke and other bullies in the league. It's a disgusting league. It's an angry black lesbian league. But I think Caitlin Clark has now earned her stripes because she took most of them to the woodshed. She made it to the semifinals last year. I think with a year under her belt, she's going to be absolutely amazing, and she's going to be the best player in the league. She already is pretty much the best player in the league. Now, she won't score the most points in the league. Maybe this year she will. She's not going to get the most rebounds. That other girl will do more of that. I forget her name. But Caitlin Clark is the best rounded player by far in the league. She's amazing. And they hate that she's white. It's hate whitey day. It's hate whitey day. Okay, let's go to another song. I Go Crazy by Paul Davis. I think I remember that. Oh, You're the One That I Want by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. You're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're the one that I want. Then we got Lay Down Sally. Wow. I remember being 13, listening to that all the time. Lay down, Sally. I want to talk to you. Lay down, Sally. I want to walk. Oh, God. There is nothing that is wrong wanting us to be here with you. All I can say is something's wrong if I could stay here with you. Lay down, Sally. God, I was such a virgin back then. I was the last American virgin. Loser. I was 13, so cut me some slack. Oh, God, I remember this so well. I've been hanging on the phone. I've been sleeping all alone because I miss you. What's the matter with you, boy? Walking Central Park, singing After Dark. Eric Garner, thank you by for. People think I'm crazy. What's the matter with you, boy? What's the matter, man? We got some Puerto Rican girls we're going to come around the park. Oh, God, how do the words go? We got some Puerto Rican girls just dying to meet you. We're going to bring a case of wine. You know we're going to mess and fool around. You know, like we used to. I love that song. And I'm not a big Stones guy. I love that song. What's the matter with you, boy? Okay, Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. Wow, this brings back memories. Oh, I did a lot of pleasuring myself this year. I remember that. A lot of touching my body. I was getting in touch with my body this year. Who am I kidding? I got in touch with my body every year. I'm still getting in touch with my body. Once in a while, when I pay enough, I can get in touch with another person's body. Okay. Oh, wow. With a little luck was this year, too. With a little luck, we can work it out. We can make it a tough understanding. I didn't warm up, guys. Excuse me. With a little luck, we can work it out. Wow. Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. I want you just the way you are. Al Franken, thank you. Sally Field said that. Patty, what did Sally Field say? I'm removed from this comment mentally. Tell me what Sally Field says. Remind me. Police got a tough job, so as long as they're trying to do their job, we need to give them some leeway. Oh my God, by four, you are correct. Eric Garner, yes indeed, Eric Garner. Last April, Trump told Major League Baseball Commissioner to put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. Surprise, surprise, yesterday the commissioner made Pete Rose eligible. Wow. I didn't remember that Trump did that. That's, yeah. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. I know a dear friend of mine I grew up with, Larry Lawton. If you look up a book called Gangster Redemption, and you look up Larry Lawton on YouTube, he's pretty popular. He's got a very good following. He did 11, 12 years in federal prison. He was the number one on the top 3 FBI most wanted list for being a jewel thief. And Larry Lawton was hooked up. He grew up in Locust Point with me. He was hooked up with mobsters from Brooklyn. He went to the Coast Guard. After that, he found his way to Brooklyn and hooked up with these mobsters and started becoming a jewel thief up and down the East Coast. And Larry Lawton knew the bookies that were taking Pete Rose's bets. They were Brooklyn mobsters taking Pete Rose's action. And Larry Lawton said to me, Wayne, this was years ago. He says, I knew the guys taking his action, and Pete Rose never bet against his team, which is very important here. If you bet against your team, you're actively cheating the game. You're trying to lose that game in order to make money. To me, that would be a non sequitur, if that's the right term. That would be, you're done, pretty much. I mean, Shoeless Joe Jackson threw the World Series, and they're talking about putting him in the Hall of Fame this year. Oh, I guess I was wrong. You said something else. Okay, so yes. No, okay. So Al Franken is the one says, I'm good enough. I'm humble enough. I'm sweet enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. So no, that's Al Franken. He created a character on Saturday Night Live. He's the one who said that. But you are correct. It's very close to what Sally Field said when she won an Oscar. You like me. You really, really like me. My worst Oscar speech of all time is Halle Berry. Oh, you would think she just cured cancer, AIDS, and cystic fibrosis in the same day. You would think she cured the trifecta all in the same day. You really would. This B word got up there and just just cried her eyes out. And she gave a Sally Field times 10 thing. Black women, if I could, I've opened the doors. I found that dark place. I did it, me. You love me. You really love. This is Halle Berry. I've opened the door, even though what's her name won an Oscar in 1939 for Best Supporting Actress, the maid in Gone with the Wind, right? What was her name? Etta James? I don't know. Etta James. Oh my God. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are gone. Oh, Etta James was great. So what are we talking about? Halle Berry. Oh, see, I love going off in tangents. We got 10 minutes left, guys. Keep the questions coming. Having a very good podcast. I'm enjoying this one a great deal. I love having a podcast with nothing to talk about except the Knicks and the Celtics and the South Africa president. And I love having a great conversation. That's what it's all about. What's it all about? So Halle Berry, oh, for a black woman, I've opened the doors. Meanwhile, 50, 60 years earlier, the other black woman won for Best Supporting Actress, and Sidney Poitier won in the 60s, and many other black people have won Oscars. But yeah, she opened the door. Yeah, okay, all right. Double barrel, right? Hang, shoot, right, Patty? That's a hang, shoot. Okay, last April, okay, you like me, okay. By Four says, my favorite baseball player is Larry Doby. Wow. Second African American to play baseball. Everyone knows Jackie Robinson, but nobody knows Larry. You know, I know the name Larry Doby. I am shocked that he's the second. I thought Larry Doby played a little later because I remember the name Larry Doby. I don't remember him playing, but I thought I knew him as a child, that name, Larry Doby. I got to do a little research. By Four, thank you for bringing a lot to the show today. I appreciate it. So getting back to all the race, the radicals, the divide and conquer rules for radicals, Sal Alinsky, Obama, they're all disgusting. The Democrats are nuts. They're absolutely insane. There's nothing more putrid than Democrats today. And you can see the way I got attacked on Threads for just saying, listen, guys, Tamir Rice was 5'7", 195 pounds. He's waving a gun at people. People passing by, you see him waving the gun right in their face. He's like this. I'm surprised the people weren't running. They were like only a few feet away from him. And to compare that to these little kids, these 7-year-olds, the 7 and the 9-year-olds who are like this big, okay? Tamir Rice was almost my height and my build. It's just sickening. It's not the same thing. Tamir Rice was pulling the gun on the cops. Okay, it turned out to be a fake gun, but it was a pellet gun. You don't know. You don't know if it's fake or real. I got news for you. The gun the little kids were playing with, it was white. It was a white gun. I've never seen a white gun. I'm not a big gun guy. I've owned some guns in my life, but I've never seen a white gun. I've seen many silver guns, black guns, brown guns, brown handles. I've never seen a white gun. I'm sure they have them. Anyway, so you got the Michael Brown case, Trayvon Martin. Oh, was there any more lying than the Trayvon Martin case and the Eric Brown case? Eric Brown, hands up, don't shoot. Again, people, there's no racism here at all. I have 4 black kids. It doesn't mean anything. I don't use them as a crutch, but it's just, there's no racism here. I'm just a guy who's honest. You got to be honest. Okay? You can't come into this world lying. So the reason I became interested in politics, in 2007, I saw Barack Hussein, the thin smoking man from Hawaii, Bathhouse Barry, Obama running for president. And I couldn't believe when I said, oh, wow, a black guy, he's white mother, black guy, he's mixed race. That could be a nice thing for America. And then I started looking at him. I started looking how radical he was, about his radical influences, about his stances on things, and how he says one thing and does the other. He's a snake oil salesman. I couldn't believe that nobody cared. They just couldn't wait to feel all warm and fuzzy inside. They couldn't wait to elect Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, he's a Catholic, don't you know? He's Catholic. Yeah. He's been in Reverend Wright's church for a lot of years because he decided to be a politician and knew he couldn't be a radical Muslim anymore. By the way, Barack Obama's father is Frank Marshall Davis, right? Look up Frank Marshall Davis and Barack Hussein Obama. They look like twins. That's his father. Everything was a lie. So I couldn't believe that everything was a lie. Even Barack Obama's father is a lie. The little Kenyan, that's not his father. That's a lie. His mother was banging Frank Marshall Davis. The problem with having Frank Marshall Davis as your father was Frank Marshall Davis was a radical communist leader back then. And he was very well known to be having an affair with Barry Milhouse Obama's mother. So Frank Marshall Davis is the father. They couldn't say that. So they built Barack Obama from a young man. They said, you got to go to a Catholic church. We're going to scrub your real father. Your real father is going to be your stepdad, who's the Kenyan. That's going to be your birth father. Yeah, okay. And we're going to just change everything about you. They groomed Obama to be a political leader and the president. And they did a good job at that. They fooled the company. They fooled the country, I mean, not the company. All right, let's sing another song. I don't want to be too serious all the time. I like to sing songs. Okay. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. Oh, wow. Remember Chic? Dance, dance, dance. How do you like it? How do you like it? Dance, dance, dance. I hope I'm singing that right. Oh, Chuck Mangione. Oh my God, I remember this year so well. Chuck Mangione, feels so good. Oh my God, what a year. Hot child in the city. Danger is a hungry child. Hot child in the city. God, I love that. I used to love Ricky Lee Jones. Remember? Chucky's in love. Chucky's in love. I love you here. I love you in the Who's gal. I love you here. Oh God. Oh my God. Baker Street. Baker Street's number 26. What? What? Oh God, I wish I could play it. Oh, I want to play Baker Street. How is Baker Street number 26? How is that not number 3 or 2? Oh my God, I love Baker. Can I play a little bit? Can I get away with it? Ooh, Baker Street. Can I get away with a little Baker Street? I don't know. Oh, I can't. Let me go back. I hope I didn't lose that list. Oh, here it is. No, let me not play it. Oh my, wait a minute. Are you kidding me with this year? Queen, We Are the Champions was 1978. What? What a year. Hello. We are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. Wayne, please listen to Jackie Wilson. Now, I've heard of Jackie Wilson, Reet Petite. Wow, you're pulling songs out of the closet here by 4. I'm going to look that up. Okay, I'm going to do it right now live. Jackie Wilson song, Reet Petite. Now, I hope I heard this one. Let's play a few seconds. Okay, that song I know. That's a great song. I don't know it well, but I've heard that song in my life several times. I can't play anymore because I don't have. YouTube will throw me right out of my ass. If they see copyright anything and they see I'm a right-wing guy, they'll look for an excuse to throw this whole channel in the garbage. Reet Petite. I'm going to listen to that after the show. Thank you for that. This year is amazing. Love is oxygen. Heaven's daughter. Devil's angel. Love is this dreamer's only dream. Heaven's angel. Devil's daughter. Love is this dreamer's only dream. By a group called Sweet. Wow, Hot Child in the City. It's a heartache. Nothing but a fool's ache. It's a wow, what a year. Baker Street. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Down on Baker Street. She asks you where you've been. And you give a silly grin, and you talk about everything. One more year, and you'll be happy. One more year, and you'll be happy. She's crying now. Oh my God, I love Baker Street. Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. What a year! And I can't smile without you. Can't laugh. Wow. Get out of here. Dance with me. I want to be your partner. Where are these songs today? I can't think of any songs in the last 10 years I like. Maybe 1 or 2. Where are these songs? What has happened to this world? Everything is in the shitter. You heard of Mina Nesuno, 1959? Wow, no, I haven't. I am not that cultured by 4, unfortunately. I'm not nearly as cultured as you. Okay, guys, we're going to sign off. We're going to end it right on the hour mark. Love yous all. I got to pick up on 19. Oh, short people got no reason. They got no reason to live. They got little hands and little eyes and little feet. Wow. Oh my God. There used to be My Girl by the OJs. What? Love Will Find a Way, Pablo Cruz. What is this year? Love is in the air. Slip sliding away. It just keeps going. Heat wave, the groove line on the groove line. Yeah. Still, no. No. Bob Seger still the same as number 52. What? You're still the same, even though I haven't changed. I'm trying to sing. All right, I gotta go. On Broadway, see those like Disco Inferno is number 54. What? I gotta go. I just for a time I gotta go. Love yous all. Grunge, probably the last good music movement. I agree. Grunge was pretty good. There was some good stuff there. I do like turn the lights out, feeling stupid. Something I don't know the words. Turn the lights out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Grunge was good. You got to give it to it. I know 2 songs. All right, have a great day. Chica cabron, maricona se gringo, vato shidru, malakasita, bandejo, conio, tio, mano, zum kop, shano, foi danke, shen, men, chatsi, sputzik, feka, punyata. Struns, eringo bra, fanabla, puta cabron, ba. No Crisco, daddy, o guapo, poppy, pentacles, kiss me, baby. Dos McGiddle, shidurkin. Never forget the smoke and mirrors, sleight of hand, 3-card Monty. It's all a shell game, sandpaper, condom, hat tip, bricklayer. Look at the shiny object over there, my dear. While 8-shot Gary and bathhouse Barry. The thin, smoking man from Hawaii. He gets no burn. Barack Hussein no vomit. He gets no burn, no smoking sign. Emphasis in the rear like burnt effing toast. Bada beep, bada boop, bada bing, afachim, capiche. Burnt effing toast. Have a great day. Wayne podcast theme song, Against the Wind. I'm living against the wind. Love yous all, guys. We went long today, 102. Have a great day. I'll share the video. Thank you for joining. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos, guys. A lot more. I heard it from your friends. You're going to go solo. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. Gotta love music. Bye, guys. Love yous all. Bye-bye.